Why, hello, Lele Times Fam. Welcome back. I'm Leatha, as you know, it's your girl Lele, and today our special guest is Vivienne Sievers, who is an actress. I cannot wait for you guys to learn, hear, and be uplifted by what she has to share with us today. Hey, Vivienne!
Hi, thank
Thank
you
you
so
for
much
joining
for,
us.
oh my gosh, thank you for having me here. I'm so excited. This is amazing.
Oh my gosh. So, Vivienne, we met at an
Yes,
EP party in 2023. Isn't that
I
crazy?
know. That's wild. Can you believe that was like 2 years ago now?
Oh my gosh. And we've been in communications ever since, and we've grown as young women. And so, my first question for you is
Mhm.
who is Vivienne Sievers and what makes you you?
Well, I'm Vivienne Sievers. I am an actress. I model a little bit. I'm a writer. I make zines and make some music. And what makes me me, I am very interested in like politics and standing up for what I believe in. And I'm also very creative and I love producing art and just making stuff and helping bring people together with art. I love it.
I
That's
love
me.
who is an inspiration to you, and what is one of the things that they've said that stuck with you?
Um, Easily off the top of my head, my biggest inspirations are Kathleen Hanna, who is the lead singer of Bikini Kill, and she was one of the co-founders of the Riot Girl movement. I watched her documentary recently called The Punk Singer, and I want to read her book, Rebel Girl, but she altered my life. Like her, everything she does and says, and the way she curates it is just so impeccable. And I agree with her on everything. I also love like Lady Gaga, Margot Robbie. I've recently been obsessed with like Greta Gerwig because I'm trying to write more scripts right now, and like a lot of female directors and actresses who started as actresses and are now producing and writing their own stuff. That's something else that really sticks out to me and I'm very inspired by.
Oh, I love that. I also hope to produce, write, and direct some stuff. What is something that
Amazing.
one of those girls, one of those ladies have said that has really stuck with you?
I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Kathleen Hanna has this quote. Let me make sure I'm getting it right. Sorry, you know what? I have it. I think I have it pulled up right here on my computer, funny enough, because I look at it
Oh, I
all the
love
time.
that.
She says, here it is. While everyone's experience of oppression is different and complicated and often overlapping, I really believe that if you have privilege, you need to learn as much as you can about other people and the world beyond yourself. And that sticks with me all the time. And I love how she was able to use her art and her platform to be able to do that. And also, Lady Gaga has always said a lot of stuff about like being a creative woman. And I don't know, I that's off the top of my head, but I
What does
think
that
about that
quote
all
mean
the
to you?
time. What that definitely means to me though is to not wait for an opportunity to come to you and to try and create your own opportunities in order to
Mhm.
get other opportunities, especially within these industries, which can be really demanding at times. And you know, I'm where I'm at. I'm still, you know, this, we're both still like getting our way up there bit by
Mhm.
bit. But it's all about just putting yourself out there and doing your best and starting stuff. Because instead of waiting for something to come to you, you got to start that script. You got to sign up for those improv classes. You got to start somewhere in
Yeah.
order to get where you want to be.
Make your dream your reality. That's what I'm doing with the Lele Times, being here with you and the
Exactly.
other guests. We're making it happen.
We're manifesting. We're
Yeah!
creating it.
Ah, now, as I said earlier, I love what you're
Mhm.
wearing. Love the
Thank you.
print. Love the hair.
Thank
The
you.
hair always eats.
You're
Yes.
too sweet. I was trying to make it work with these headphones. I was like, do I look crazy?
No, it looks good. I love it. And
Mhm.
so I know that you have a great fashion sense. Have you ever thought of doing something in fashion, especially since you model?
I've never, I mean, I really want to model more. I'm very
Mhm.
interested in like fashion magazines, especially like fruit magazines and some like bizarre stuff and like Vogue. But I would love to. I would definitely love to get more into it. I especially love like recycling clothing, going to like vintage stores and thrift stores. And like I've been looking at a lot of directors like John Waters and stuff where he like everyone in the cast would either have like homemade, oh, he's my other inspiration, him and David Lynch. I have so many inspirations. Shoot, they're not all coming back. I'm like, oh, did I mention?
It's like
Um,
someone asking you your favorite song and then everything just flees.
exactly. And then it all comes back and you're like, wait, whoa, call back. Wait, there's also this and this. But like everyone in his films would all have like stuff from the thrift store on or stuff from their closet, and I loved that. And now it's in like Oscar museums. So you gotta, and there's this organization called plasticpollutioncoalition.org where they're doing this movement where they're trying to get plastic off of movies and TVs and in scripts. So you want to see characters using metal water bottles casually or just doing things like that, and then all of a sudden it'll replicate itself. But with fashion, I feel like you can spread messages with what you wear and also like present yourself with what you wear and your personality, show the insides on the outside.
Yeah. Um, I know I've seen a lot of your stories where you like create different styles. I love it. What is one of your fashion inspirations? Who is one of your fashion inspirations and what drives you to create those artworks and
Oh,
fashion?
that's a really great question. My fashion inspirations. I'm about to say the most basic thing ever. I've been seeing so much Alex Consani on my Instagram recently.
I
I
love
absolutely
her.
adore her. I adore her so much. Protect the dolls. But but there's this shoot, why am I forgetting her name? Oh, this is so bad. There's this girl on Instagram, I think named Sarah something, like Sarah it starts with a C. Can't believe I'm forgetting her last name. This is so bad. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I'm gonna look it up very quickly. It's
Okay.
Sarah. Da, 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 da,
Trying
da.
to think. Sarah, is she an actress
Shoot.
or a model?
She models. Shoot, I can't remember her name. I'm not doing a good job at this, but she always does these very maximalist outfits. I definitely take a lot of inspiration from that. I take a lot of inspiration from like vintage magazines from like the 60s and the 70s. And also I take a lot of inspiration from like Courtney Love back in the whole days with like her little like baby dolls dresses and stuff. And with my stories, I just like what I'll do sometimes I'll go on Canva and like come up with an idea of how I organize my photos and
I
stuff
love that.
before I post my story.
You had to teach me how to do that, girl. We had to do that together.
Most definitely, I got you. But definitely a lot of like old magazines. Those are like that's where I get a lot of my fashion sense from.
Nice. Um, well, now back to acting. What would you
Mhm.
say is the best or worst audition you've experienced? And what did you learn from that?
The best audition I've experienced, I went in and I remember I was so nervous and I had to do a monologue. And they said we only needed two monologues prepped. I had three prepped. I ended up using all three.
Mm.
And then I ended up getting it. And if I've learned anything, always be extra prepared. Like, always have another thing just in case if it doesn't fit with the criteria. And then the worst one I had, I went in and I was in there for 2 minutes and the lady was super rude. And I walked out and I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to get it. And then I got waitlisted and I was like, whatever.
At
But I
least you
would
got
say that's
weight.
probably, yeah, it's better than nothing. I'll take it. A win is a win.
Win is a win. For
But
me,
I learned from that, even if you feel like it's bad, at least you still have a shot. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, you're
Didn't mean
good.
to cut you off.
Yeah. For me,
Mhm.
my best one, it was where it wasn't really like a audition. It was more of a workshop. We didn't have any sides or anything. This was for a play. And somehow I got like top billing. I didn't realize I had the most work, but just taking that audition mindset away from it and just, oh, we're just gonna play, we're just gonna have fun and explore. That made it a lot more fun. And then my worst one, I mean, I wouldn't say it was bad, but I had to dance.
That's so real. That's so real.
And
I got back surgery a long time ago, back in 2022, to correct my scoliosis, and I can't move any of this. I'm just like,
you could do the robot, a little pop and lock.
Exactly.
Um, but I had to, it was like for Amazon commercial, and they wanted some Freddie Mercury and just like be random, do whatever you love. And so they gave us a couple of videos, and all that went out of my head. Trust me.
Oh, girl.
I had some fun, but there was some twerking. Not like throwing it back, but like in a respectful manner. And everybody was just watching.
Respectfully twerking.
Yes,
Respectfully.
respectfully. And I
Throwing
did
it back
not.
with ease.
And like
I'm
the
kidding.
panel, they were just sitting there watching it and they were recording.
Lizzo did a whole TED talk on the history and like the etymology of twerking, and it's the most fascinating thing. You should watch it. Maybe you'll be like, I did, oh, wow, did you get a call back or anything?
No, they went a different direction.
Still, that's amazing. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, at least they know I got some moves. But oh my gosh, I do know that it like releases tension in your hips or whatever.
I don't,
It's
I
a
don't
good
know
ab
enough about it. I
workout.
can't do it.
Okay.
On my ab day, I go to the club.
Yes.
Imagine.
Start bumping that, bumping that. Doot, doot.
Oh, Charlie XCX. My other inspiration.
Start to sweat.
Oh,
Yeah,
girl, Brat's Brat's a year old. I can't. It's hit 365.
it has. Oh my gosh. So is please, please, please. Please, please. Don't prove I'm lying. Okay.
Okay, vibrato. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you. If you ever need a singer, you got me. Um, how would you define success in the entertainment industry for yourself?
For myself, wow. I'm very grateful. I was able to be in a movie called The Other You that will be releasing soon. It recently won an award at the DC Film Festival for Best Independent
Congrats.
Film. Thank you so much. And to me, that was success. The fact that I got into a film festival and also the fact that I was able to be with all of my coworkers and stuff. And that just like, for me, success is being able to do what I love because acting is play. And I'm forever grateful that I'm able to pursue something that's play and that's fun. And I'm able to, have my work also be something I deeply enjoy and want to do for the rest of my life. But I also recently I shot a pilot last summer that I co-wrote and co-produced called Now What, which recently got into the Burbank International Film Festival and a couple other festivals. And I'm very excited about that. I also starred in it and I'm very excited. And I think that's been easily for me the biggest success in my career because I was behind the scenes every step. I was on all the Zoom meetings and I was the only minor there too. And like throughout the whole process. And it really opened my eyes again to the same thing I was saying earlier, where I was able to make my own opportunities before taking other opportunities. And through working on that, I've had other opportunities with people I met on that set that I was able to pursue. And I'm very grateful. And I think that's been a major success in my life, just knowing that I can do it.
Yeah.
And again, I'm very happy with the finished product and I can't wait for it to come out. But now what? Look at us on Instagram. It's Now What TV support
Yes.
and The Other You. Yeah,
In
that's
fact,
been, I think, my biggest success so far.
nice. In fact, I was going to ask you about that. But um,
Okay.
what was it like co-producing?
It was so fun. It was also very demanding, but very fun. I really got a lot out of it. Oh, I just realized I didn't change my name. Okay, that's fine. It still says my dad's name on the Zoom. Sorry.
It's fine.
But it was very demanding, but it was also the most incredible experience of, like, I would argue, of my life because you really get to be involved every step of the way from raising money to, at times being like, hey, I think this should be this in the script, or oh, maybe instead of this, we should do this. And collaborating with other artists to be able to produce something. It's so cool. And then at the end, being able to have a tangible product that you put your heart and soul into, it's such a warming feeling and it's amazing. And I hope to be able to do it again soon. I'm trying to work on it like a second time with some new stuff, but we'll see.
Aw. Well, hopefully we'll be able to see it screening in LA soon. Um,
Hopefully, that'd be
I
amazing.
love that you brought up producing because this project, the Lele Times, I see it as being an executive producer. As you may or may not know, some of you guys, I'm going for my Gold War and I had to do a minimum of 80 hours. And so what you're talking about, yeah, that's the minimum, girl.
Dang, that's crazy. Oh my goodness.
Yes. That's why on the Instagram you'll say it says it's gold season because
Mhm.
I'm working for my gold award. And but yes, I love that you bring that up and having such opportunities to do that and you being the youngest there, that's a huge congrats, girl.
Thank you.
So attending the
But
intern.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No,
Go,
you can
continue,
go.
continue. No, it's okay. Please continue.
So, attending the International School of Los Angeles must have provided a diverse cultural perspective. How has
Yeah.
background influenced your artistic choices? Artistic choices.
Artistic to say, yeah, I don't worry. I got you. I got you.
I
You're all good.
apologize.
You're all good, please. My artistic choices. So I've been going to the school since kindergarten. It's optional preschool through 12th. I've been going to the school my whole life. And it's definitely a small school, but I'm very grateful because I got to do the IB, which is the International Baccalaureate, which is the education system I went through. It's a it's a worldwide thing. So everyone takes their exams at the same time, everyone takes the same courses, and it's a 2 year process. However, there's no like theater program or anything at my school, so all of my acting stuff has all been very passion driven. Like everything I've done for acting, producing, or whatever else has all been outside of my school. However, having this diverse background and knowledge, because my family is really small. I got grandparents on one side and two parents, but I have a really small family. It's really given me a global perspective. I'm very grateful that I've been able to go on school trips to other countries and I've been able to really see the world and learn world history and have a knowledge that I've noticed certain people my age don't have, which I'm again eternally grateful for. However, I really do think it's helped me be able to navigate myself in like professional fields and social situations and with my own personal research for stuff. And it really gave me the tools I needed to like start bottom up and to create a good base for my professional like things I'm going to pursue.
I love that. Speaking of seeing the world, you speak French. You're
I
fluent.
do. That's the other
Mm.
incredible thing it gave me. It's a bilingual school, so I'm very, very grateful for that.
I love that. Have you been to France?
I've been to France twice, and I went to Paris and I've been to Provence, which is like the countryside, and I love it.
Nice. I want to know. Let me find my question. What was it like learning French? When did you learn French?
So I started learning French since I was in kindergarten, and it was really weird because, yeah, I know, crazy. It was really weird because none of my family's French, and so
Mhm.
they were kind of like, "Here, we're gonna stick you in the school." It wasn't like that. I'm being a little dramatic and funny, but they stuck me in the school when I was really little, and I learned French and English at the same time. So it was kind of really interesting. And it's funny now though, because whenever I misspell words, I'll spell blue as bleu and I'll spell bleu as blue, and I'll make little grammatical errors like that all the time. But it was cool, and I'm very grateful now because I'm completely fluent in both French and English, and I can also write and read in both languages. So it was cool.
Nice. We have to go to France together at some point.
We do.
We do. How would you say that being bilingual has opened opportunities in your acting career or just in your life? How would you say that it has opened opportunities?
Sometimes I remember I'll be traveling sometimes and even other states, and I'll bump into people who speak French and don't speak English very well. More often than I've noticed, I'll watch a lot of French movies without subtitles, like The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, which is one of my favorite movies, The Piano Teacher. But recently, oh, I also watched recently One Who Sings and the Other Doesn't. That's a really good movie. That's also in French. But I was working at the voting polls in November. I was volunteering, and this woman came in who had only been living in America for a little bit, but she recently got her citizenship, so she was able to vote. And she only spoke French. She barely spoke English. And I knew how to speak French, and I was able to help her register to vote and stuff. And I'll never forget being like, oh my gosh, if I never went to this weird little French school in LA my whole life, I would have never been able to help her. And there's been little situations like that throughout. But hopefully someday I'll be able to maybe do a movie in French. That'd be so cool
That would be
or
amazing.
something.
I would love to see that. Um,
I love
I
that.
see you with like your little thin eyebrows and bob. Yes. Cabaret.
Oh, I would love
I
that so
see
much.
it. I see it, girl. When I went to
Man, thanks.
France, the
Mhm.
housekeeper, she only spoke French or Spanish. And I spoke Spanish to her the whole time I was there. And that's how we communicated.
Mhm.
Yes. And I never realized how alike they are, which is kind of pretty cool. I was like, hmm. Same with Italian. Um,
Yeah. I know. I need to learn Spanish. That's one of my biggest regrets not learning it when I was younger.
well, you got French.
That's true. I'm very grateful for that.
What is one of your
Spanish
favorite
is so cool.
behind? I'm sorry.
No, no, you're all good. It's hard over Zoom. Here,
It
please
is.
continue.
No, you continue. French is.
No, I was saying the fact that you know Spanish is so cool.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
awesome.
The fact that you know French is cool. Oh my gosh. I only know like little bits and pieces of it. But what is one of your favorite behind the scene moments or memories?
Our memories. I think, oh, that's a good question. Um, I remember that on the other you, I have two younger siblings in the film who I consider like my actual kids in real life. I love them both very much. And behind the scenes, there were some interns on there, and they shot little interviews of us with it, which they ended up not doing anything with the footage, which I'm a little annoyed about. But there was one time where they were interviewing me and they asked me who my celebrity crushes were, and I whipped up my notes app because at the time I was shooting it, I had a whole list of my celebrity crushes,
Oh my
and we
gosh.
were all just dying laughing in a little circle at like this horrendous list.
Have
And
mercy.
I think about the Adam Driver, my day
Any
one.
other on that list?
Recently Jeremy Allen White. I see the vision. The Bear season
Absolutely.
3, can't wait. Or
Yes.
is it season 4?
And
I don't know if it's 4 or 3. I
I
think it's
don't remember.
might be 4.
In fact, one
I'm
of
very
the
good.
next guests to come on, she's one of the writers, one of the associate. She's in the writers' room for that show. And so, yes,
Yo, if they need a blonde for anything, a 17-year-old blonde girl for anything, please. I can be a Chicago kitchen person. I can be Jeremy Allen White's kid. Whatever is
yes.
needed. Vivienne
Also,
Sievers.
yes, let's get our girl hired. We love to be employed. Um, um, in fact, I'll be hosting a workshop soon with the Lele Times, and she will be on the panel. So hopefully you can come.
Oh my gosh, most definitely. That sounds incredible.
Yes, it'll be about writing, creative writing, and then we'll do a read through and then we'll have a panel. But
Oh
before
my.
we finish up this little conversation of us, I want to know what is a message that you would share to people who aspire to be in entertainment?
Again, don't be afraid to make your own opportunities and pave your way. If you're like, oh, I don't think I can do this. Like, I think this is gonna cost too much money. I think this is not tangible for me. I don't know if I'm talented enough to do this. You probably can. There's a very good chance you can. If you have a computer and you have a phone, Steve Lacy made a song with 2 billion streams on GarageBand on his phone in
Mhm.
2014. You totally can do it. And also, like, don't give up. You're going to get rejected over and over and over again. And all it takes is one yes to give you a little motivation to keep going. So that's my biggest advice. Just keep pushing and don't let yourself say no to opportunities and like saying, I can't do this because you probably can.
What is your dream role?
Oh, my dream role. That's a great question. Um, I recently just finished watching Girl Interrupted, and Angelina Jolie plays this really crazy, angry woman that's
Hmm.
like just like kind of nuts. And I don't know, I want to do something like that, or like a Kill Bill situation with Uma Thurman. That's my dream role. Like, and they both have the same haircut and everything.
Yes, I
But
would
just like
love to see you in that.
but yeah, just like a crazy woman. That sounds so fun.
It does to be unhinged. And I would love to play a role where it's like, oh, this person seems so nice. And then it turns out that plot twist. So you're like, did you see Do Revenge?
Did I see what?
Do Revenge?
No, I'll add that to my letterbox list. My
Yeah.
letterbox is Vivalucy. Okay.
Yes. Follow her on Letterbox. And also it's
Yeah.
so cool that you mentioned Kill Bill because that's Ever's mom. Wouldn't that be cool to Ever
Heather's
Anderson?
mom?
Yeah.
She's Kill Bill?
And
Mila Jovovich?
oh no, wait. Uma Thurman
She's
is not. That's Maya Hawke's mom. My bad.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're all good.
Okay. So Maya Hawke is in Do Revenge.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Okay, noted.
thinking. Um
You're all good.
I have a couple more questions. These are going to be rapid fire. They might be a little
All
hard
right,
for rapid fire, but you got this. I
I'm
love that you
locked in.
collect vinyls. What draws you to this form of music appreciation?
I'm a music nerd through and through. I easily have spent more money on records than I have on anything else. But also the tangible, like being able to hold your favorite album is an unexplainable experience. And also it sounds so much better on vinyl. And there's a lot of records I've been discovering recently that aren't on Spotify or Apple Music, or like the songs will get blocked for some reason.
Really?
And yeah, or I'll getting like Japanese prints of like jazz records. I love it. I love it so much. I'm such a nerd. And
I
also,
love that.
vinyl's so much cooler than CDs, in my opinion.
It is 100%. So, having worked with director Cameron Watson on both Cat on the Hot Tin Roof and The Challenging, what is it about his direction that resonates with you?
He changed my life. Again, he wrote one of my letters of recommendation for colleges, and I'm very grateful I'm going to Cal Arts. But he worked with me since I was a very little kid, and he rehired me on The Changeling, which I'm very grateful for. And he's really influenced me as an actress. He
Mhm.
taught me everything I know since I was very little. He was very kind with me, but still pushed my boundaries in a good way and pushed me beyond that things I like knew I was able to do. And he is the kindest person I've ever met. And he really has just transformed me as an actress and gave me my start and has also given me other opportunities since. And Antias Theater Company is always going to be my number one where I've started with Jocelyn Town and everyone else. So yeah, I love you.
I love that. Sending love his way. What are some three fun facts about yourself?
Three fun facts about myself.
Mhm.
Oh shoot. I surf. I am an Orange County girly and an LA girly, and I have two metal rods and 19 screws in my back, and I can't slouch because of that.
At least you always have perfect posture. Who is a fashion designer that you would love to work with?
Ooh, that's a three-way tie between Vivienne Westwood, Betsy Johnson, and probably like Louis Vuitton or something. But Vivienne Westwood's my number one. I adore Vivienne Westwood. Oh, Zachy Voltaire's rad too. I have a bunch of their bags and shirts and stuff. I love Zachy Voltaire.
Oh, I love
I'm
that.
such a fashion nerd, but Vivienne Westwood is my all-time number one fashion icon, and everything she does from Nana all the way to the Sex Pistols, like my ride or die. I was named after her, so
Oh, VMV. I need to like
thank
come
you.
and see your fashion collection at your house at some point because I love it. Um,
Thank you.
how do you envision our last and final question? How do you envision your career evolving in the next 5 years?
Um, if it was anything I wanted in the world, I would be a star in a TV show that I wrote, produced, and directed. But in the next 5 years, I hope to have produced a couple short films, if not a film. That would be incredible. And I hope to be more in the industry and more stuff. I want to be making stuff. I want to be doing stuff. I want to produce and
Yeah.
star my own stuff. I want to keep doing that. That's what I
Yeah.
see in the next couple of years. And I want to see us working together. That'd be so cool.
Yes, we have to work together. Everything that you're saying, I 100% there. Producing, directing, writing, acting. You got me. So, thank you so much for your time. I had
Of course,
so
thank
much fun
you.
with you. It's so silent. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you to those watching. We hope you guys enjoyed and that you guys learned, have been empowered, and that you enjoyed us lollygagging. But we're gonna say goodbye. See you next time.
So sad. I had so much fun. Thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Bye.